you guys, you hear the intro music, so you know what time it is. You are in the place to be. It's Thursday, and we're almost at the football season, so we got to bring the heat. We got to bring in those people into the locker room that can give us the 411, that can give us the game to get you guys to the next level. So we got a banger tonight, you guys. I want to get right into it, so let me introduce my boy, the one that holds me down every Thursday in the locker room, and that's none other than the great Q, the Guru. What's going on, Guru?
What's going on, Coach? I'm ready, man. Y'all better get your popcorn.
Beautiful.
I got mine. I'm a fan.
Beautiful.
Hell, I'm ready for 2-8 to take it away, man. We're gonna hand it off right now.
All right. So I'm not gonna get in the way. You know I ain't getting in the way of 2-8. So let me get straight to the point. Obviously, you guys are already in here. We know people are gonna be catching the recording. I don't have to say much about this gentleman unless you've been under a football rock. This is somebody you don't play with. This is somebody that was an All-American at the University of Washington, one and done. Then he went on to be a second-round draft pick to the Cincinnati Bengals, took all the records that they had over there, straight out the gates, wasn't playing with people. Then doubled down on his dominance, you guys. 4 Pro Bowls and a Super Bowl championship with the New England Patriots. So I don't even want to get in the way of this gentleman anymore. This is none other than the great Corey Dillion. How's it going, 2-8?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, we're pumped up to have you. Q, I know he's been pumped up all week, and I know you're a busy man, so let's get into it, man. I see some people already joining us. We got Avocado Baby. This is actually my sister-in-law. I'm probably on her hit list because she didn't see the birthday wish, but happy belated birthday, sis. I got the mother-in-law checking in from Colorado. We got the great coach Eric Foss in the house. And then, of course, we got Rick DeJesus. His son's getting ready to play some major college ball at UNLV, and it's going down. So let's get right into it, man. Corey, we're pumped up to have you. Once again, we don't have to say much, man, about everything that you've accomplished. Broke Jim Brown's rookie rushing record, a stellar season at the University of Washington, maybe not another season seen like that from the backfield. Obviously, what you did for the Bengals was unprecedented, and then capped it off with the Super Bowl championship, like I said, with New England. So, ballyhoo career, man. You stayed healthy for the most part, which was a blessing. But I want to talk to you because obviously somebody doesn't get to your stature without being very talented. And I'm sure you guys you and your family spotted it at a young age. But when was the first clear moment when you realized you were different than everybody else?
I think around 6. I used to play football with my brothers like religiously. That was our thing. And in order for me to hang out with them and play football, of course, they're 5 and 7 years older than me. I had to be a little different and be a little tougher. Or they wouldn't let me play. So just trying to keep up with my brothers at a young age, kind of put that mindset in me, like, man, I gotta be a little different and a little special out here just to keep up. Mm-hmm. So when it translated over into Pop Warner, man, it was night and day. It was easy. You know, it was like I was playing with, you know, kids that didn't bring it like the kids in the neighborhood brought it. So it was kind of easy for me.
Okay, so obviously you've been a man amongst boys for a long time. When did the college mindset come into play? When did you start thinking of, hey, maybe scholarship offers?
Mm-hmm. You know what? The funny thing about it is, man, I didn't really play football until like my junior year in high school.
Oh wow!
So you know what? I was my sophomore year. I just stuck with baseball for the most part of it, and you know what? I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back and play and see how that works out. So junior year, you know, in high school, started back playing, and dude, like, had over 20-some touchdowns, and you know, that fire got lit again, and I was just like, oh yeah, I like football again. So kind of stuck with it from there.
Wow. And a lot of people don't know you were drafted in baseball by the Padres. So once again, we're always talking to you guys about dual sport athlete. Here's one that you didn't even know. Here's one you didn't even know. Yep. So that's some good feedback right there. We're on to our next topic, you guys. And if you're joining us for the first time, we hit each topic fast and hard. They're right there on the bottom ticker, so you guys know what we're going to cover next. This is one I definitely wanted to talk to you about, Corey, because we're football players, man. And obviously we know that the lifespan with the sport and with particular organizations and programs could be short, and sometimes the relationships go a little sour. Sometimes we can get them back on track, but sometimes we can't. And we work with athletes. So there's some athletes that are going to live what you've already been through. And I just wanted you to give them some advice when they're starting to feel a certain way about their coaching staff or about a team. How can you tell when it's done, when you just need to go to some greener grass, or when you need to maybe button up yourself?
When you just not feeling it at that place no more, man, it's time to go. And I think a lot of us be scared to make that jump. So take it from me, man. I stayed in a situation longer than I thought I should. And if I had an opportunity to do it over again, I probably would have made that move sooner than later. You know what I mean? Just to give myself an opportunity to reach my full potential. You know what I mean? So don't never be scared to I say roll the dice on yourself. You got to. You got to believe in yourself. And if you're not feeling it where you're at, man, it's okay to go somewhere else and start fresh.
Yeah, definitely. Now, see the great Tommy Nunez. What's up, Coach Wood? We see you, baby. Hopefully all is well with you, Tommy. We got the great Corey Dillion with us. Q, talk to me a little bit. I mean, obviously you had highs and lows at Kansas, man. And then you bounced around when you went into the Arena Football League. How do you know when it's time to chunk the deuce on a coaching staff?
I mean, no, it's the same thing, that Corey was saying. It's about don't be scared to put yourself in the best possible position. Because the front office is going to make sure that they're in the best possible position. The head coach is definitely going to make sure that he's in the best possible position. So as a player, you should never be any different. But you are right, Corey. Sometimes you get scared. You created a relationship, with your teammates, where you at. Man, what if I end up going somewhere and it's like, man, I'm not vibing with my new teammates. So it's other factors that, might hold you back from making that move. But you have to, as he said, you got to always bet on yourself. Always.
Okay. So you young players listening out there, get some good consultation, but a lot of times it's better to bet on yourself. And that's some good advice right there. Tommy, sending love. I appreciate you, brother. We're on to our next topic, you guys. And this is the perfect person to have in. I mean, if we could have ever timed up something, it doesn't get any better than this. But, a hot button topic, and we were talking about this offline before we came, but Jonathan Taylor, amongst other bell cow running backs. Nick Chubb says, it's not a good state right now for running backs. The only position, you guys, where production hurts you. When you've been balling since high school, Corey, you've been balling in college, and now they don't want to pay you in the league, man. So it's like, am I not supposed to ball? So talk to me, Tue. Do you think that there's a bigger kind of political deal to this, or do you think that maybe just the game is changing and running backs aren't as valuable?
I think it's a little bit of both. We all can admit like football now is majority passing. So the game done changed. But that doesn't mean you don't need a running back. I mean, there's only two ways to advance the ball, and you're gonna take away one of them. It doesn't make no sense to me. I think every position in football is valuable. And if you want to do this stuff by committee and try to, save some dollars in your pocket as an organization, that's on you. But listen, growing up, there's only a couple of positions you want to be on offense, and that was receiver, quarterback, or running back. And running back is only second to the quarterback position. So for the league right now to be devaluing that spot, it's very disrespectful.
Definitely, especially when you know they're going to be counting on the running back like yourself to bring home that Super Bowl. Can you talk to me a little bit, man? Do you think there's some politics, or maybe there's some behind the curtain stuff going on with the NFL, or do you think that just running backs aren't going to be valued like they used to be?
I just think well, let me just throw this out there. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I just the flow of the game where it's going in general, man. I really figured like they don't really need a running back, so to say, because a 4-yard run, they could take that and do a 5-yard pass. You know what I mean? So they're trying to That's where the running backs are getting caught in transition. You know what I mean? Like this dink and dive offense, those short passes, you know, that's taken away from the running back getting the ball. So I just think it's the way of the offense and the league going into a more passive mode is kind of hurting the position.
Definitely.
It is.
Talk to me, Q. I mean, let's say you're at Colorado. Let's say you're at your alma mater, Kansas. Obviously, Kansas got a dynamic quarterback. Are you digging and fighting and scratching and clawing for that bell cow running back during recruiting like you used to?
I mean, it's one of those things where you're not gonna, recruiting wise, you're not gonna pass up on a great athlete, you know. But we all know, as Corey, you know, and I were talking even before we got on the show today, the game has changed so much. It's where everything is speeding up the pace of the game. It's more points, but we're gonna start off saying it's ultimate disrespect. It's disrespect to the Corey Dillons. It's disrespect to the O.J. Simpsons and the Marcus Allens and the Bo Jacksons and the Emmitt Smiths. You know, any legend you could think, the majority of them are all running backs. Jerome Bettis. You know, you can keep going day and night. That is, to me, it's like, other than a quarterback, as we said, that is the marquee position. And when you get into the playoffs, I've seen teams go 5 wide, 4 wide, and pass and dink and throw all day long. But when you get in those playoffs and you want that ring on your finger, you're going to have to hand it off to a man right there on the screen like that.
Right.
You're going to have to hand it off to a 1,000-yard horse in order to bring it home for you. And that's the messed up part about it.
There was one team, it might have been New England, that played Buffalo or somebody this past season and only threw the ball like 4 times or 5 times because it was so much snow, you know.
Weather plays a factor in all this, man. I'm like,
always.
You want to keep slanging it 50 times a game in the snow? Go ahead and see what happens.
You're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Look what happened. What happened in Seattle? What happened? You on the 2? You don't give it the one shot,
you don't get that
and
ball
you
to
lose.
And let them close it out,
and you lose. Exactly. So it's
Simple.
Like you cannot make this position obsolete. It is too important. You have to. That's the only way to truly control the game offensively. If you want to truly control the game, you have to establish the run. I don't care who you are.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely see how this manifests. Obviously, this is a hot button topic, and we'll continue to go on. We'll see what goes on with Jonathan Taylor. We got the great Coach John Hughes saying they need specialists nowadays for sure too. He also saying Corey Dillion played in Cincinnati with my cousin James Hunden, the great James Hunden. So you got some family watching right there. So that's some good stuff. On to our next topic, you guys. And once again, we're gonna bring you guys the things that are trending, the things that some of you athletes are going through right now. The gambling has become a real big issue. Obviously, there are NFL guys that have gotten fallen by the sword because of the gambling. But now, you guys, we're seeing it at the college level where Iowa and Iowa State have athletes that are currently facing some charges with the gambling. And right here, quarterback Hunter Decker was found actually betting on the team's game. So I want to ask you guys, and we'll start with you, Q. Gambling at the NFL level is a suspension, at least probably for a year. Gambling at the college level, maybe your eligibility. We're going to see that is what it is right now. You could lose your eligibility.
Right.
So we're going to see more instances of this, man. Do you think that's too much, or do you think that's just right as far as the punishment?
Well, I'm trying to figure out why is there punishment at all, because everyone else is making money. So I'm trying to figure out why is that an issue anyway? All the boosters are betting. So it was one of those things where why is it even an issue? I mean, we not just say we can bet on yourself? Why not? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it even an issue? I never understood that rule anyway. Everyone around.
Well, it's an integrity thing. You want to make sure that the person on the other side is in the loop.
Right. In a sense, but I mean, it's one of those things where I just want it to be where I focus on the athletes, and I'm just tired of people around the athletes making money, and you just got to make it fair. You got to make it fair.
So you're saying if the owner or somebody in the front office can do it, why can't that?
Oh, I'll give you an example. Jim, what's the name? What's the name of a like a sports gambling online sports game? What's it called? What's the name of what I'm thinking of?
DraftKings.
DraftKings. Well, DraftKings can't have an NIL deal with an athlete. Well, how does that work then?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
And obviously they have signage in the stadiums now,
right? So, what my point? So, it's a thin line, but I mean, I don't think that's fair.
All right. Well, talk to me, Corey. I mean, obviously, man, you were a bell cow running back. Right. Big games rested on your shoulders. Right. Is there a problem with these young athletes gambling or not?
Well, at that level, man, listen, I would never do it. That's just me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, hey, to each his own. I mean, if he was betting on them to win, hey, well, that's on him. You know what I mean? I'm just saying for the integrity of the game. I mean,
what do you think the punishment should be? If Caleb Williams at USC is caught gambling, what should happen?
It's all about the integrity of the game. And I'm just thinking like other players would take that attitude of, we don't know if you betting with us or against us. You know what I mean? So
If that interception in the third quarter.
Was you taking the dive for the bet? You know what I mean? So on that aspect, I don't think that's a good move for them at all. But like I said, man, hey, you bring up an interesting point. Like everybody else is making money off the situation, and off the players in general. They should be allowed to do them, but from a integrity standpoint,
right?
I don't think it's good for the game. Just for the fact of, I don't know if you're with me or against me. If you're throwing the game, or you're really trying to win it.
And that's the wife's coming in right now. She says, "Can't the athletes fix the game?"
Right, and that's what Corey's talking about. But here's the thing, gentlemen. It's again going back to a booster. Say I'm a booster, and I bet. I'll give you a scenario. Say I'm a booster at Washington. I'm betting on the Huskies gonna win, and I got another bet that Corey is gonna get 100 yards this game. Now I win my money. If I get caught or whatever the case may be, but if Corey does it, they take his scholarship. But me, if I bet, they're not gonna penalize me. I can still, they're not gonna penalize me at all. I mean, I feel like if that's the case, don't let the boosters or anybody else bet either. But they are still gonna be able to dump their money into the university as they see fit. If you a booster and you betting on these kids, you shouldn't be able to put money into the university anymore or something. What's their penalty? So you got to make it even.
Right. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, and there may be some influence. This is all being investigated, but this is a key topic, you guys, because some of you athletes are going to be at some of these schools, and someone may try to say, hey, can you help me make a couple dollars on the side? And you're going to have to decide if your career is worth it. So this is happening.
Right,
We're not making this up. This is happening. This young
Real
man
life.
might not play college football again. So you guys keep that in mind. We're on to our next topic, you guys, and this one is a great one because we got the great Corey Dillion with us, and we want to get it straight from a player's mouth that has been there and done that, you guys. So I wanted to ask you, Corey, because we're all individual contractors to a certain extent. You know, we wear the college hat. We play for an NFL team, but somebody else got that bag or a better situation. Things may change. So I wanted to ask you, and obviously I know you can't speak for everybody, but for yourself as a player, which one did you value the most? Was it the team that drafted you? Was it the team that gave you the bag? Or was it the team that you got the Super Bowl with? As a player, what do you think most players value the most? Is it the money? Is it the draft choice, or is it the Super Bowl if they got one?
Well, I don't know where the new generation might be after the bag, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? I'm from the old school where going out there and competing and trying to win a championship meant the world. So that's what I was on. That was where my focus was. Like, being on a squad and we out there winning games and trying to get to the championship and winning a championship. So to answer your question, I mean, I'm gonna have to ride with New England because that's where, you know what, I got my fresh new start, and it just so happened, that very first year there, we won a Super Bowl. So, and that meant the world to me because it kind of capped everything I went through up to that point. It made it better. You know what I mean? So. That
moment, Corey? I got goosebumps right there, and my boy, former college teammate Daniel Graham was on that.
That's my guy, man.
Cool, that's yes, shout out to DG. But obviously, man, very few get to experience that moment, and you got to experience it, like being the bell cow back. Like I mean. When kids dream of that moment, like you said, you're either the quarterback or the running back. Man.
Yeah, right.
So you live that. Very few do. Was it everything you thought it would be? Was it a little less, or was it a little more? That actual experience,
dude. It was actually a little more, man. Just for the simple fact that all the crap I went through getting there. You know what I mean? So I was in that moment. I was overwhelmed. You know what? And it still gives me chills to this day just going back thinking about that. You know what I mean? Because when you set off like as a 6-year-old and your whole dreams of is becoming an NFL player and winning a championship and all that stuff, and you actually accomplish that goal, there's no feeling like it, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Definitely. Wow. And Royal Auto Spa says, awesome podcast. We thank you tremendously. And it's easy when you got such a great guest like the GOAT, Corey Dillion. So we're on to our next topic, and I am really excited about this because this is the lightning round, you guys. The lightning round where we get our chance of a gauntlet, you guys, a 60-second gauntlet where it's a little bit of a word association game. Corey is obviously our guest tonight. He's got 60 seconds, y'all, to tell us what's on his mind. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this live, recorded.
Oh, wow.
Want to know what's on Corey's mind.
I need more than that, bro.
We can't have you out here thinking, two-way. We need the live. We need the unfiltered Corey right here. That's what we're looking for. We in the locker room, y'all, and we about to get the unfiltered Corey. So he's got 60 seconds, and I got some names of some people. I got some either or, and we're going to see what's the first thing that comes to his mind when I say some of these things. So unfiltered. Let me get my stopwatch ready. Now, Corey, we don't just do this for fun. We actually got a little wager on it. So the number is 15. The number is 15. If you can get to 15 or higher, then we got to send you some PayPal money or a Zelle because you got a dinner on us. You got a dinner on the Locker Room Show. So it's not a Robert Kraft dinner. It's a Super Bowl dinner.
Hey, brother.
Chicken and waffles, we got you.
But you're going to eat.
Chicken and waffles, we got you all day.
So I got to stop watching 0 and 0. So we not cheating Big 2-8. Now, he was a big boy, but he could move too. So we got our questions ready. Now, the first thing that comes to your mind. Now, you get one for tech delay. So 14 is good too. 14 will get you to the 15 for the tie. All right. So you ready to go, superstar?
Oh, Lord, let's go.
All right. So we got him at 0. I'm not cheating. All right. First thing that comes to your mind. Number 1, Franklin High School. Go.
Man, all-time great school. I love it. Black
the program or any given Sunday?
Any given Sunday.
Jim Lambright.
Hate it.
Red clam chowder or white clam chowder?
White clam chowder.
Rudy Johnson or Joe Mixon?
Rudy Johnson.
Best defender you ever played against?
Junior Seau.
Favorite scary movie?
Exorcist.
Bill Belichick.
The GOAT.
Favorite pizza topping? He's rolling.
Domino's.
Cancun or Hawaii?
Oh, Hawaii.
55 seconds. Kyle Shanahan or Sean Payton?
Shanahan.
Hot tea or iced tea? Time.
He said iced tea.
We give him that.
You give him that
with the iced tea. So let's count him up. He was rolling. And then let's review him. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us for the first time, this is
I ain't going over to Taco Bell anyway, so don't trip.
So yeah, he's good to go there. He ain't bougie. He said he ain't bougie. We're gonna take it back to college. And then we're gonna revisit a couple of these. So he gets one for the tech delay, guys. So 14 is the magic number. Over 15, he wins. So let's go. Franklin High 1. We got any given Sunday 2. We got Jim Lambright 3. We got the white clam chowder 4. We got Rudy Johnson 5. We got best defender 6. We got 7 favorite scary movie. We got 8 Bill Belichick. We got 9 favorite pizza topping. We got 10 Hawaii. We got it's all right. We'll give it to you. We got 11 with Kyle Shanahan. We got 12 with the iced tea. So 13. He was very close. Very close.
He was getting it.
I thought you said, oh, Lord.
Favorite place, Domino's. We'll give it to
Lord,
you.
I'm lying.
So let's revisit. Let's revisit. Obviously, Franklin High is the high school, and he may very well be the best player ever out of the state of Washington, you guys. I can't think of anybody better. So keep that in mind. So Franklin High is where this man put in his work. He went with the any given Sunday over the program. That was a tough one, but he went with the newer age, any given Sunday. He's going with the white chowder over the red. And then for the Bengals fans out there, he's going with the RJ, the Rudy Johnson over the Joe Mixon.
I'm gonna get some haters. You know what I mean? They don't think I'm
hey, both great backs and both doing their thing.
I said Rudy J because I played with him, bro. That's all.
Okay. That's your little brother. That's your little brother.
Okay.
And then this is the one that I want. And then plus, you guys keep in mind he's off the fly. This is off the dome. This is freestyle. And then this is the one I really want to get to because you played against so many great defenders, man. Right. Junior Seau, rest in peace. Man. That was the one, huh?
All right, listen, dude,
because you played Palomalu, you played all those guys.
1A, 1B with me from him to Ray Lewis. I mean, they basically to me was like the same player. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So And the only reason I say junior is, man, I had to pick this dude up in blitz protection one time. And it was like hitting steel, bro. And I was just like, okay, all right. My work is cut out for me today. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I give him the edge. And don't get me right. Ray is right. Come on, man. That dude was all over the field, man. A monster. A monster. It was, hey, they just play a little bit different, you know what I mean, to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. So there you get it from the GOAT talking GOAT talk right there. Man. Bill Belichick, he says, is the GOAT. He's got The Exorcist as a scary movie. He's going with the dominoes. We said top, but I'm about my dominoes.
All of them. Just everything dominoes got.
And he probably smashed the box by himself, and then he's going with the Hawaii, the Kyle Shanahan, and the iced tea. So we appreciate you, Big 2A, having some fun with us right there. And we're on to our last topic of the night, and that is the audience Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for Corey, then please feel free. The comment section is open. You can ask him a question. But I know that the great guru has a question for you, Corey.
Definitely. So my question, Corey, is you've been around so much greatness, man. You've been out there with Tom. You've been out there with Junior. You've been out there with Vrabel, Teddy Bruschi. Like, y'all keep going forever. What is it to Corey Dillion? How does Corey Dillion define greatness? What's your definition of greatness?
Just doing your job, man, and being held accountable and giving it your all.
Yeah.
Every game, regardless of the situation. And I would say that because you know what, I played for teams where we wasn't that good, but you know what? My mindset was, regardless of what my record is, I'm going to still show up and ball. You know what I mean? And you got to have that kind of mindset. Regardless of what's going on outside, when you put them pads on, it's 110%. So
yeah,
that's always been my mindset.
Got you. And I the reason I have that much more respect, great answer. But the reason that I'm looking at it from a player, especially going back to the running back position, mentally, man, it's hard, especially if you not with a team that's not doing so well. It's hard to still be toting the rock hard, man, when you on a losing team.
Right,
it's hard, man, because mentally you
up for the game. So
that's hard. Yeah, so that's where
you just got to be a little bit tougher, you know, mentally, and you almost got to sometimes trick yourself, like, hey, bro, it's not as bad as what you think. This is what you chose to do. Get out there and show up and show out. And you just gotta force yourself to think that way.
Yeah.
I love it. Man. Corey, before we let you go, man, I mean, obviously we're all thinking that you should get that call one day and get that jacket on. And I believe you will.
I'm breathing, I hope. One of those.
Yeah. And, I know how special that is. And but there are a few other deserving running backs probably as well, too. You know, I'm looking at guys that rushed for over 10K, 11K, a Sean Alexander, maybe a Marshall. So I wanted to ask you, can you give me maybe 3 guys that you really respect that aren't in, that you feel, judging on the Corey Dillion standard, who should be in?
That's a hell of a question.
Oh, man. I mean,
and I can rattle off a few here. You know,
to me, Fred Taylor automatically, man, that dude was a dog.
Okay.
So he could play. He could really play. Shoot, we was in the same division, so I got to see that up close. Steven Jackson, I think his numbers is very respectable, and he should be in. Myself, and then you got Marshawn Lynch coming up, man. So
that's solid, right?
Not? I mean, even Jamal Lewis. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
So let me give you guys some names right here, and then Corey, you can definitely let us know if some really stand out to you. But NFL running backs with more than 10,000 career rushing yards. Tony Dorsett, Walter Payton, but obviously he's in. Ricky Williams, Marshawn Lynch, Tiki Barber, Thomas Jones, Jamal Lewis.
What about Thomas Jones? Yeah.
Warwick Dunn, LaShawn McCoy.
Right.
Obviously yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Jackson, like you said, from the Rams. Fred Taylor. Thurman's already in. Edrin's in. Let me see here if anybody else the bus is in. See if anybody, Frank Gore.
I mean, that's a hell of a list. Where you at?
And that's it.
Yeah,
and you think about guys
that's
like
a hell of
Holmes,
a list.
Probably came up a little short. But it's a hell of a list.
But again, going back to what we said earlier in the show about making a running back obsolete, did you just hear that list?
Did you hear it?
Did you
hear that list? I damn near want to go through it again. Like that's you, man. There's no
Some
way.
Dogs.
They gotta put more respect on that position. That's disgraceful.
Absolutely.
That's disgraceful.
Yeah. All right. Well, obviously, you guys, once again, you see why we were pumped up for tonight's show. Amazing show. Great advice. Corey, we appreciate you dearly for opening up your heart, man, and telling the truth for the audience tonight.
Oh, man. Thanks for having me. Anytime, brother. I'd love to come back.
I appreciate it.
Oh.
All right, you guys. So, hey, there's the great 2-8 future Hall of Famer, and nobody else did it like him. This man came out of the Pacific Northwest and caused some earthquakes, you guys. We love you, Corey, and good luck, brother. And we'll see you. All right.
Get that jacket, man.
So there you go, man. Q, right there, dude. It don't get much better than the great Corey Dillion.
I'm telling you, man, a good guy, winner all the way around, man. But I mean, was a pure, like, he was fun to watch. He was fun to watch.
You did not want him running through your secondary.
Nah, absolutely not, man. But I know he'll get in there. He'll get in there definitely. He deserves it. He's put in the work. On and off the field, man. You never heard anything bad about Corey Dillion. He was a solid guy and a great player. So, next ballot, he needs to be on the top of the list for sure.
Now, see, the sister-in-law saying, great show. Thank you. And love you, Jess. And hopefully you have a great weekend. Coach Hughes brought up the great Roger Craig. That's another one, man. There's a lot of running backs. Guys might not have a ring on their finger if these guys weren't around.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, it's a long list, baby. Long list.
So talk to me a little bit, man. Let's say I'm a top running back, or let's say I'm a freshman. I'm on the freshman team. I'm on the JV team,
right?
And I'm a top running back. And my pops, we in Houston. If I'm pops, am I starting to look at maybe another position for my son, or should I let him keep toting the rock?
I mean, you let him keep running the ball. You don't want to take the ball out of a kid's hands unless it's the absolute best thing for him. Now, if he's a running back and he's not getting any looks, but he's getting D1 offers out the yin-yang for free safety, well, son, we going to get this back pedal together. But you don't want to just take the ball out of a kid's hands like that. No, absolutely not.
Okay. And as we grew up, man, it was all about running back or quarterback.
It was,
that was the star position, So it's just interesting as the years go on to see how the game evolves and changes, So obviously we hope you guys had a great time hanging out with us tonight in the locker room. For some of our people that are always with us, you may have noticed that we're at a new time. So now we're going at 6:30, you guys, but the drill is the same. Please like, subscribe so that YouTube pumps us up and starts putting us in front of more people, specifically football players, parents, and coaches. So if you know any football players, parents, or coaches out there, please make sure that they know all about the Locker Room Show, because every single week, you guys, we're bringing in the best of the best to serve you. And then also, Before You Go Pro is more than just podcast, you guys. We actually help young football players get to the next level. We're about to come out with our college prospects page, and it's only 100 athletes that we let on this page. So 10 at each position. So if you feel like you need some recruiting support and you feel like you're underexposed, then definitely check us out at beforeyougopro.com so that we can help you out and get you to college like Corey did and changed his life. So we are excited, you guys, because Q, they're in camp, man. It is here, dude. The football season is here. I don't know what happened to the summer, but as a matter of fact, there's a game on tonight.
Right.
It's game on tonight. You know, so you either ready or you're not.
Hey,
you play football, you either ready or you're not.
Hey, hey, look, that's what all season workouts are for. And guy said last week, man, it's time to strap it up now. We got to see what we got to separate the men and the boys now, because it's that time.
Yes, indeed. It is that time. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. We hope you have a great evening, and we will definitely see you at the top. Q, anything for the good people?
We'll see y'all next week. You have to see who we bring in next.
Another banger. All right, y'all. We'll see you.